I have a legal note.
Take credit
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. I have a legal note. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
Allegedly, alleged sexual misconduct or harassment. Gaetz, RFK Jr., Pete Hegseth.
Another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. Sorry, everyone, I have another legal note.
My God. Just call the show Legal Note from now on.
Stevie Wonder can see that they need to tone down their rhetoric. Stevie Wonder can see they doing too much. And you tell me, do you think Bob Iger is thinking to himself, y'all finna F me over, right? I have y'all read legal notes every 2 episodes. Y'all need to pipe it down. View was told to tone down their rhetoric by executives. Anyway, Bob Iger, who is Disney's CEO, allegedly, we don't know if this is true or not, insiders are saying that he allegedly told them that they need to tone down on the anti-Trump rhetoric, which is pretty interesting because it almost came after they've negotiated a deal, him and Trump, when it comes to Disney, or they were talking about a deal when it comes to Disney, and all of a sudden they're now told to tone down.
The name Disney, I see the new theme park is going to be incredible. Bob Iger was in my office the other day and he was showing it to me. It's going to be incredible.
Whether you believe this or not, right, Stevie Wonder can see that they need to tone down their rhetoric. Funny how the media is reporting on this, because obviously we don't have even a video of it, but we do have reports that are coming out and the media is covering it. But let's see what's the difference between the left and the right. Now, this first story from the Independent, which I don't know how independent the Independent is, according to this, they're left leaning, but it says the View has been told to tone down their anti-Trump rhetoric, reports claim. But then I was like, oh, maybe they're balanced. But then ABC wants the View not to have a view. Like I could go down the list of that. So obviously the left is more giving a little bit of pushback. And then you look on the right side and you say, it's funny because the right is like the middle ground. Disney reportedly tells The View. It says reportedly, and it says told The View host to tone down political rhetoric, right? Disney boss Bob Ingalls, ABC executive, asked The View host to cool it on politics. Disney ABC exec asked the hosts of The View, or The View host, to tone down Trump bashing. Very simple, very methodical, very reasonable. The left is superfluous, and it seems like the right is reasonable as usual. But this is why I love Ground.News, because you can be able to see not only what people are saying, why they're saying it, who's saying it, and why it matters. Make sure you go to the blind spot section, and the blind spot section will tell you right now that there's 14 from the left and 20 from the right. Now, if you're on the right, the red color is what you need to look for. If you're on the left, the blue color. Let's go to an example. The blue color right here. No sources are talking about this. Tensions rise over Illinois' transgender athlete participation following a contested track meet. They're not talking about it, but these transgender people are getting out of control when it comes to the sports, and they don't want you to know about it. Here's another one from the right. Only 2 sources out of 27. It says Microsoft blocks emails that contain Palestine after employee protests. These are things that you need to pay attention to so you can be informed with Ground.News. So make sure you guys subscribe through my link at ground.news/Tatum, or download the mobile app and use offer code Tatum for 40% off the unlimited Vantage plan to see through media bias and stay informed. Stevie Wonder can see they doing too much. Let's go to the clip so you don't have to believe me. Let's go to when they reacted to Donald Trump winning. And you tell me, do you think Bob Iger is thinking to himself, y'all finna F me over, right? I have y'all read legal notes every 2 episodes. Y'all need to pipe it down. Roll the clip.
I don't know. I'm profoundly disturbed. I think if you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was America makes a perilous choice. I think that in 2016, we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have.
Time out.
And
Stop.
I remember my father.
I thought I was going to let it go. This hamburger heifer said that her daughter has less rights than she did. What in the funnel cake is she talking about? What less rights do women have now than you had before Trump got elected? Let me say this real quick, and I swear I'm gonna let him finish. Donald Trump is not responsible of giving or taking away rights. Donald Trump cannot amend the Constitution of the United States of America. Anything that is changed to people's constitutional rights or laws have to be done through congressional oversight, but through Congress. Okay? It has to pass the House and Senate. So what the are you talking about? Let him finish.
Father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that. So again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States.
Time out.
I think
Donald Trump did not participate in it. This is why they have to read legal notes every day. It was determined in court he had nothing to do with it. That's why he never got in trouble. And he wasn't there. Now, how you say that somebody participated in something they told people not to do? That's like if one of my guys go downstairs and beat up the mailman because he's sick and tired of the mailman not putting the key where he's supposed to put it or whatever. I'm hypothetically speaking. And he go beat the guy up. And y'all got me on camera saying, hey, bro, don't go down there and be violent. Just have a conversation with him, okay? Don't be violent, okay? We support the mailman. He go down there and beat him up, and all the other employees go down there and jump him. Brandon was involved in beating up the mailman. No, I wasn't. I told him not to do it. Okay, roll the clip.
that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in the
God dang it. I thought I was going to, Nick, why y'all give me such a clip with full of convicted felon? Ma'am, do you understand? And you're a prosecutor. Wasn't she? She was a lawyer, a prosecutor. Hey, dummy, you know all felons aren't the same, right? So with her logic, Donald Trump was a convicted felon for what? Misappropriating funds? I think that's what it was. He didn't even do it. They say that he instructed his lawyer and somebody else to do some manipulating with funds. So is that the same as somebody murdering somebody, fool? Is that the same as somebody graping somebody? Is that the same as somebody abusing a child? Is that the same as somebody who's involved in vehicular homicide, DUI homicide? Ma'am, is that the same? So how do you use a white-collar crime to dictate that every felon shouldn't have to put that Nicholas. He don't like me called Nicholas. He get PTSD. Don't tell him. His dog used to bite him every time he said Nicholas or something. Listen, the logic is, they so deranged with Trump, they have no logic. If a man is responsible for assaulting children, should he not have to disclose that when he apply to work at a school? Roll the clip.
This country, because I remember applying for my jobs as a federal prosecutor, and there was a box for convicted felons.
Well,
and so that box better be taken off. And I think our healthcare system is now at risk. I think
no fluoride for anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that he's going to increase the debt by $7.75 trillion. I'm worried about mass deportation and internment camps, and I'm also worried about Elon Musk warning Americans to prepare for temporary hardship. I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed-race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. Mm-hmm. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Well, I think it.
You know the term they say, never bite the hand that feeds you. If I look up Bob Iger, I bet he's white. This woman is on a television network making over $1 million a year. And she's complaining that America is biased against black people. A referendum. But yet you on a show with a dumb Mexican on the show, and I'm not saying because she's Mexican, she just happened to be dumb and Mexican. Have her on the show. Then you have the wasted face that claims she's a Republican. She ain't no Republican. She's just a wasted face. That cute face could have went on somebody that got a common sense. What is and it's a whole show full of women. What are y'all talking about? Like, who are these people that are against blacks and against? Let me say this. I try not to be the black person lecturer, but people ain't worried about y'all. Y'all are the problem. White people don't wake up in the morning and think to themselves, dang, that black girl that got a doctorate degree is really bothering me that she lives in our neighborhood now. No, she's great. They keep their yard great. They don't have riffraff over here. She's educated, actually graduated from the same school I went to, summa cum laude. But no, because she's black, we don't want her in the neighborhood. Nobody's thinking about that. You guys are conflating the one that's got the doctorate degree that got common sense raising their kids to the one that's over there in the parking lot twerking it. She in a gated neighborhood, backing it up like this on a car, got Tyrone with his bald tires driving up in the yard. Man, got felonies, police over there every other day. No, the white people don't want that. They ain't worried about you being black. They just tired of you ends. I'm tired of y'all ends. I live in a great neighborhood. Let some people come over there and the police start showing up. Hey, we pay too much money for cops to be in here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. I don't care if they black. I don't care if they white. I don't care if they gay, trans, straight, Buddhist, Christian. I don't give up. Nobody wants trashy people around them. And stop projecting. All people do is project. Oh, the white man don't. No, you don't like you. Can I? You don't like you. You know you ain't. You know you can't stop stealing. You know you lying on your taxes. You know you didn't take school seriously and you're uneducated. Quit blaming the white man because you feel like that they're holding a mirror up to you. You go to the mall and you know you dumb because you didn't take school serious like your mama told you to. So when a white person says something smart, you think they judging you. No, you know you don't let your baby daddy see his kids and you a dirtbag mama. And then you see a white woman with a full family and you mad at them. Oh, they think they better than everybody else. They think oh, she following me around the store. And you know you buying, I'm gonna stop. You buying stolen clothes last week from a booster. They just brought you some stolen clothes from Dillard's. And you in Dillard's right now wondering why they following you. Yeah, no, because La Sherelle stole from Dillard's every weekend. She steal every weekend. And you know all the other people that you know stealing. You buying the clothes. White people ain't coming to you with no stolen stuff. Only black people. And you mad because they following you. They following you because they stealing. Okay. Last one, and I'm moving on. Let's see these legal notes that The View has to read every time they're on the show. Roll the clip.
The things he believes. So he falsely linked vaccines to autism. He called the coronavirus vaccine the deadliest vaccine ever made. And go look at his role in measles in Samoa.
Oh,
so
well,
that's your new Secretary of Health, America.
I have a legal note.
Go ahead.
Kennedy has insisted he is not anti-vaccine and that Americans should make informed choices for themselves and their families. In response to the measles outbreak in Samoa, Kennedy said he bears no responsibility for the outcome.
So the volume is being turned up on sexual.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you guys know why she had to read that legal note? They're not reading a legal note because Kennedy is telling them, hey, I want you to correct my position. They're having to read a legal note because he's saying, you're lying on me. There's no evidence of this. And you need to tell the world the truth about what I stand for because there's evidence that I stand for this. Now you're going to read this legal note. I'm going to sue you. That's why they reading it. All right, next one.
Misconduct allegations against the current nominee to lead the U.S. Justice Department, Matt Gaetz.
How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old?
Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
Oh. Sexual misconduct allegations seem not to matter anymore. It seems like unless you have a sexual misconduct allegation, you can't be in the cabinet.
I have a legal note. Oh. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
Allegedly, alleged sexual misconduct or harassment. Gaetz, RFK Jr., Hegseth,
Another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing.
About Matt Gaetz, listen, it's not only, what's on the ethics report that may or may not come out. I think what's already in public knowledge, right, what the New York Times published the day before, where they had a chart, a graph of all of the Venmo payments. This wasn't just one instance.
I have a legal note.
You want to take this one, Joy, or are you
Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
The more we're learning about him, he has credible sexual misconduct allegations, but he also would be the single least qualified Secretary of Defense in history.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing. Trump's new pick, Pam Bondi, I believe she's a dangerous pick as well, because she is, she supported Trump's false election claim. She was involved in the efforts to overturn the results. And so that is now the person that's going to be the chief law enforcement.
Let me say this.
I'm sorry, everyone. I have another legal note.
Jay, how long is this video?
Both Trump and Pam Bondi have denied allegations of a quid pro quo that his past donation played any role in her office's decision to not take legal action against Trump University when she was, of course, the Attorney General of Florida.
Just call the show Legal Note from now on.
Okay.